Hello, and welcome to the final vlog of the Romance Takeover Readathon. We are starting as much of a trash fire as we were in the last one. No, I'm just kidding. I just got out of the shower after the gym, and I'm like, ain't putting makeup back on. Some of you are so sweet. Whenever on a clip that I say I don't like how I look without makeup or I don't have makeup on, I don't actually mean it. Like I said, I am confident in myself. I just feel like I'm not put together, but that's what vlogs are. They're the raw, innocent life of it. So let's see, where's a good one? I am making some dinner. Crystal said she loves seeing me make food. That's a weird angle. There's lots of light. Where should we put you? Maybe we can put you up here. How's that? Wow, there's my trashy kitchen. I am making some chai tea as well as I'm making my dinner. I'm making soba noodles again because that's my comfort food and lately it's all I want to eat. I make my soba noodles with lots of veggies, so I'm just gonna throw that in the pot. Let's see, where's everything? I do mushrooms, onions, spinach, whatever I happen to have around. Let's see, I still got some peps left. So I'll rip those up and throw them in here. And some uns. I don't know why I'm saying that. Ooh, this will be the last batch of uns I can get out of here. Throw those in there. So much fun. Such fun, such fun. Have any of you guys, okay, this is right inside. Have any of you guys ever watched Miranda from the BBC? It has a Miranda Hart on it. Miranda Hart is the name of the actress. I'm kind of obsessed with it. So much so that I have a mug that my best friend gave me. Oh, there it is. That has them on it because I am 5'10" and my best friend is 4'11", and that's a thing that is in Miranda is that it's the tall big one and the small little one, and it's funny, like they're besties for a long time. So I have this cup that says "You're the Miranda to my Stevie," and Sarah is my Stevie, so it's cute. Anyway, that makes no sense. Gym was good. Gym was good. It was rough. I have to push it back and go see her a little later than I normally do. So I just feel like it is super late, even though it's only 6:30. But yeah, I've been seeing my trainer for like a year and a half. Those of you who have been around for a while, you know this. She is amazing. Yeah, okay, all right. What I wanted to talk about. So I am 70% through Again the Magic. And if you watched one of my previous vlogs, you know that I was listening to Mine Till Midnight on audio until I realized that they had updated, excuse my knife, they had updated the audio, and I do not approve because they PC'd it. They PC'd it and like sanitized it way past what it needed. There was some updates that needed to be made just for certain terms that were used to speak about certain groups of people, which should be done. You know, I believe in that. But they also sanitized the hero, which pissed me right off. Because Cam Rohan is one of my favorite romance heroes ever. So, however, they have not done it yet with Again the Magic, and it is immediately apparent this time. Like, I can't believe I was even fooled for a little while, because the scenes between McKenna and Aline are so great and sexy and heart-wrenching, and he is a alpha. He is a naughty alpha. He is very, like, not controlling, but like angsty, and he's like, if you don't want this, you better get out now, kind of thing. And McKenna, I sent a message to Crystal earlier today where I just screamed McKenna for like 30 seconds because I love him so much. And this reread is so good. Each time I start one of these rereads, it's like I'm excited to read them, but I'm also nervous because, I mean, it's only happened with one of them, and that was Poison, where I didn't like it as much this time. All of the rest I have loved even more, and so I'm so glad that I did this. But I'm still always nervous, because what if the one that I think is my favoritist doesn't hold up, and then I would cry. But I should have known, you know, especially listening to Lisa Kleypas, like, when it's done right, it's so good. John McKenna is, he's got so much, like, anger in him, and Aileen just wants to let him have it, like, just wants to let him loose it on her, because she feels guilty for what she had a part in, and she knows that she's gonna have to say goodbye to him again. So she wants to let him have whatever he wants while he can have it. And it's fucking fantastic. It's great. It's great. So this will be loud here. Also, when I finish listening to that, I'm probably going to read My Daring Duke by Stacy Reid, because I've been meaning to read this book. I've heard really great things. And then I just listened to the podcast today for Smart Women Read Rom. Hi, Justin, if you happen to watch this. I love you so much. And I was like, I want to read that book. So I always listen to a little bit of the spoilers, because as soon as I start hearing, especially if it's one, you know, I haven't read it before, as soon as I hear Julia and Justin start, like, gushing about the book, like, just go crazy with it, I then get excited. So I'm someone who doesn't mind spoilers, especially for a historical romance, because in general, there's usually not any huge surprises that are going to happen. Not always true, I know. But I listen to the non-spoiler part, and then the first, like, 20 minutes, like, or so while I was taking a shower, and I was like, yep, I want to read that book. So I bought it on Kindle, and the audio upgrade was only $7. So as soon as I'm done listening to Again the Magic, I'm going to listen to My Daring Duke. I did read, oh, I also forgot, I did finish a Menage book last night after I filmed my last clip. It was called In Between by Lynn Burke, and it's my favorite kind of menage, where it's a gay couple, and, well, a bi couple. They are a bisexual couple, and this couple, they've been together for 15 years, and they're a dom sub couple, not like a full, you know, like dungeons firm, but the one, he's definitely dominant, another one's definitely submissive, and the submissive, he has some dreams. His name is, I forgot, Damien and Ethan. Ethan is the name of the sub, or the more like submissive one of the two. And he has some hopes and dreams, and his partner just isn't fulfilling them for him, and so they break up for a little bit. And the dominant, meanwhile, is just like spinning out of control because he can't believe that his partner isn't satisfied with him. And so he goes off to do some of his business work, and they're spending some time apart, and they agree that they can, like, sleep with other people. And Damien, the dominant, he sleeps with a woman, and, like, it's not really satisfying him. Well, Ethan, he ends up meeting their new secretary, who's going to be a temp secretary, and they just have an immediate connection. And it's so good. Like, it's really hot. And so he has sex with her, and it is like, he's like, damn, I haven't been with a woman in so long, and there are things that I missed. So then Damien comes back, and now we're in a pickle, because Shayla, the woman, she doesn't want to get in between them, but Ethan is like, I think I need both of you. Can we try? Like, could we try being a triad together and see if it works? And that's my favorite. like, there's really good communication between all three of them. You know, once the, you know, the original gay couple, once they, like, get over the miscommunication they were struggling with before, their communication is so good. It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. So, okay, now I will show you the tea that I'm going to make. Put this up here. So, I talked about these on a live not that long ago, but there are these things called tea drops. This is a chai one. And they come in these little packets. So this is the tea right here. And it actually like dissolves into, this one is black Assam tea, cardamom, ginger, and cinnamon. And you actually just like dissolve this in hot water and there's sediment in it, but you can drink the sediment. And it's so good. I really like it. But I like to mix it with some milk. And since you can't like dissolve the drop in the milk, I like need to, where's one of those? Ah! I like have to do it as a two-step process. Woo! So once my water is hot, I'll dissolve the tea in this one, but then I'm gonna heat up and froth some milk in this one. Okay? Frother, ready. So, okay, so this, oh, guys, oh, God, look at my eyes. I literally have, like, tears rolling down into my hair. Oh, I love this book so much. It's so good. It's so good. It's so hard to like talk about it, but you know, gotta get the good emotions, right? BT dubs, here we are again, back in our normal position. This book is amazing. And gosh, I've talked about it so many different times. And I know that it doesn't connect with everybody the same way that it connects with me. Like, I get it. That's just how books are. Like, I don't expect everyone who reads this book to cry like this. And I also don't want you to be afraid that you would cry like this if you read it. Because, number one, I'm already a big-ass baby. And the kind of situations dealt with in this book, as I've shared, like, the first time I read this, and any time I recommend it, there are things in this book that are very personal to me. And so, that's what brings this out. Also, the tears in this are completely happy tears. Like, they are just... This book makes me so happy that it just comes out as this. Because the thing about this one is that I'm on McKenna's side, like, all the way through this book. Because the hang-ups and things holding Aileen back are ridiculous to me. As a reader, I'm like, I mean, I have some sympathy for her just because she's a great character. Like, it's not like she's being selfish. She's trying to be selfless, right? It's not like she's a selfish person or that she doesn't deserve happiness. I just think the reasons that kept her from McKenna suck. Like, they're dumb. And pretty much everyone who hears about them, which not a lot of people know about what's keeping her from McKenna, they all are like, girl, just tell him. But they all love her. That's the thing too. Like, everyone loves her so much. So they just go along with it, right? Like, they're like, okay, you're making a mistake. You should tell him. But we support you. It's your life. We support you. And I really love, though, there's a conversation she has with her brother, which is Westcliff. So just in case for some reason you don't know, which is okay because I didn't know, this is actually like a prequel to the Wallflower series. And it's about the Marsden sisters, which are Westcliff's two younger sisters, who, when the Wallflower series starts, they're both married. And this is the book where both of them find their husbands. Anyway, and so Westcliff, he's not traditionally handsome, but he's a duke, and so he can have whoever he wants. But because he's not traditionally handsome, he, like, does have a bit of insight on, like, he knows that he wouldn't have all the ladies if he didn't have money. And so there's a point in the story where, because he knows what's wrong with her, but he asks to see it. I'm trying to be kind of vague about spoilers, but whatever. And he sees the thing and he's like, it's pride that's keeping you from him. And I hope that there would be someone who would tell me that. And so anyway, there's a lot more into that conversation. And I love that conversation because you don't expect it to come from Westcliff. Like, I expected it to be like Mrs. Faircloth or her sister, but they have already tried. Like, these ladies have already tried to convince her for years to share, but it takes Westcliff kind of calling her out and not being not being sympathetic anymore. Like, being like, hey, this is your last chance, and I can't see you be miserable for another, for 30, 40 more years. I can't see you be miserable. When if you would just talk to this man who you have rejected for his own good, you could have everything. And I love that Westcliff does that for her. But then the part that brings me the tears, is that, so we've had Westcliff kind of make her not feel stupid, but like put in front of her, like, you're being stupid. Please fix this. But then we have McKenna, who has all this beautiful, beautiful, righteous anger. Like, honestly. And he says all the things that we've been feeling and that we've known. And it is just something that Lisa Kleypas is able to do better than anybody else I've read. Is to take the thoughts that she has led you to feel those thoughts by reading her book. And then when she gets to the climax of all of this, McKenna says all of the things we're thinking. Or he's like, honestly, woman, like, how dare you believe that this would stop my love? Like, you have damned us. Like, you have damned us. You've damned me to the thousands of nights that I dreamed about you. And he actually says, no man has hated Dawn more than me because I could be with you in my dreams, and then I wake up and you weren't there. Oh God, so good. And so, anyway, I won't spoil more of that scene. But then when it's done, because obviously they do it then, and it's the whole way through that love scene, I'm just like bawling my eyes out. Because anyway, he proves to her his love, and then afterwards they're just laying together and he's like, I'm tired. And he's like, go to sleep. I'll watch over you. And she's like, you should sleep too. And he's like, no.
because finally my reality is better than the dreams. It's so good. She writes such good books, guys. It's so good. It's so good. Anyway, that's not even touching on the story that really is personal to me, and that's the secondary love story in this about Livia and Gideon. And maybe we'll talk about that in the next clip when I'm not crying, because I really just want to have some of my snacks and cry some more. But this is my, like, raw, open emotions about how this woman writes and the characters she makes. And somehow I forget to have McKenna in my tops. But McKenna, he is totally up there with Cam and Derek for me. Like, he is. Because he just has all this rage. And it's justified rage. Like, that's the thing. Like, there are parts in this book that he is just pushy. And, like, if Aline wasn't... She's 100% into everything he wants to do, by the way. So the times when he goes really alpha, there'll be a line by Lisa where she's like, she smirked at him. Or she was amused that he thought he had to be so like that with her. So it's very well written because he'll say these outrageous things like, you're going to work off your debt to me however I deem fit. And Aline's kind of like, well, that sounds nice, you know? So there are definitely times where McKenna could be too much or be too alpha. But the way that it's written, like, number one, Aline is just super into it. And it's so good that he's like that because because she stands up to him when she doesn't want to. Foolishly sometimes, because she is saying she doesn't want to be with him, and it's just lie coming out of her mouth. But she isn't afraid to stand up for herself if she didn't want it to happen. So that's why it works for me, him being complete alpha that way. But then I'm so glad he is, because it makes that last love scene where she's so scared. She's like, we're going to have to ease into this. And he's like, no. He literally is like, shut up. I'm going to show you that my love is lasting. And it's, man, McKenna is such an unsung romance hero. We'll talk about Gideon Shaw in another clip. I need to finish my tea and cry. But anyway, it's so good. It's so good. I love it so much. Hello. All right. My lipstick is partially off, but it was great. Today I went live for hitting 5,000 subscribers, which, wow, that is crazy that that's happened and that we've reached that place together. That's amazing. Tonight I'm going live with Crystal for our live show about My Fake Rake, and Ava Lee is going to join us. Very excited for that. We're going to be announcing what we're reading next, which I can finally talk about because this vlog is going to go up afterwards. We're going to be reading Julia Quinn in January and Sarah McLean in February, and Sarah McLean is going to be on our live show, and I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited for Crystal, even more than myself, because Crystal loves Sarah. And I love Sarah as a human, but I'm only recently loving her writing. And Crystal's been a fan for quite a while. So I'm very excited to read some with Crystal, as well as get to talk with Sarah. So we're actually going to do, yeah. Anyway, enough. You can check out the announcements for that. I'm sure they're up already. But I'm in my car because I need to run to the store. I don't want you to see anybody's names, but I have some eBay packages to send out, which got put off for a couple days because I didn't leave my house, so, which is fine. And I'm gonna pick up a few things for the live show tonight. I'm gonna get myself some kombucha because I do have a flavor that I like, and I don't really drink alcohol anymore, and so I like what Brie does, where she drinks it as kind of like in a fancy glass. So I'm gonna pick up some kombucha and some cranberry juice because I do like to mix it a little bit. And then I'm gonna pick myself up a nice treat to go with it. so that we can have some snacks on the live show. And then I want to reorganize my new bookshelf because I was just kind of throwing stuff on it, but I want to make it look really cute because I might want to film in front of it at a couple different times. So I want to try to make it look a little cuter. But thank you to everyone who joined the live show. And you definitely can go back and watch it because I had people share with me their favorite reads of the year. Because I want to try to do a video about like reading your favorite books that you think I'll like. And I share a couple of my plans for 2021, so make sure you check out that live show. And yeah, I'll check in again soon. It's so weird that this is going to be like the last vlog for this. I mean, I'm still going to do vlogs, but this is the last vlog for Romance Takeover Readathon, and it's been so much fun. I just love you guys so much. So, all right, I need to go. I'm shivering just a little bit because I need to turn on my car, but I didn't want to have the radio on. And then my phone hooks up with the Bluetooth, so then if I film, it just sounds weird. But it was fun doing a clip in my car. I used to do lots of clips in my car when I worked out of my home, not from my home. But anyway, it also was nice because I got to finally have makeup on in a vlog clip. Oh my gosh. I like, anyway, whatever. I am so dehydrated, you can tell, because my like wrinkles come out when I haven't drank enough water, so I need to do that. Anyway, I'll be back later. Hey y'all, just checking in. I wasn't sure if I was gonna wrap up with this clip, but I think I'll do one more like after the live show tonight to kind of wrap everything up. So I thought I would check in. I just got done filming my Bridgerton clip, so I'll put that book away, finish that up. Last night I finished My Darling Duke, which was really cute. I gave it a 4.5 stars. I read that after listening to Smart Women Read Romance. They had their podcast for it, and I do that all the time. See, I love spoilers. Ooh, here's my Bridgerton mug that I got from my friend. I made an iced coffee. Really good. And I often will I just listen to all their episodes, and if it's a book that I've read, I'm always really excited to hear what they have to say, and if it's one that I haven't, especially if it's one where I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I would read that book on my own, listening to them like squeal in excitement makes me so happy. I still remember that, I think it was them that I listened to The Madness of Lord Ian Mackenzie. Their podcast on that really inspired me a lot. So that was really exciting. That, and I mean, a bunch of booktubers have been putting what book do you associate with me, and I think I want to do it today because I really want to see what everyone thinks which book they associate with me. That would make me really happy to see that. So I might do that. That'd be cool. But yeah, listening to them squeal about Ian, like I can hear Justin in my head being like, Ian, and that's how I feel when I read it. So Justin, if you're watching this, like, there are so many books that I associate with you that I only put the newest one that I associate with you. But that makes me so happy because that's what I love about Booktube and like book podcast is that we just like perpetuate the love of books. Like that's all that I want to do is just like spend time with that. So let's see. I did start something else too. So yeah, so I finished My Darling Duke. And then, oh, I started 3 to Love by something Parker. Anyway, here's a picture of it. This was from the Minaj episode that Fated Mates did, because I love Minaj. And I'd never read a historical Minaj yet. And this one, it's about a very unique girl. She actually lives in a place where unconventional relationships are a thing. And so she is actually the daughter of a Minaj couple. It's a wife and 2 husbands. And it's her mama, her daddy, and her papa. And I just love that. And so she knows that she wants 2 husbands. And so there is this like singles brunch where like couples looking for a third or couples looking for, you know, if they want to make a quad or whatever, they know that there'll be open-minded relationships. And there is this bisexual male couple who has heard about this place, and they come there looking for, they think they each are going to need a different bride, but they want brides who like know that they're a couple so that it'll be okay. And they end up finding this woman who she's like, I'm specifically looking for 2 husbands, and I think that you could work for me. So it's a really great premise, very interesting. Rebel Carter, that's the name, not Parker. Rebel Carter, that's the name. I know that on the live show I was in with Bethany, that she's reading one of the later books that's about like another kid from that family. And it's a really cute premise. The thing is, I don't mind how unconventional it is. I know that there has been menages and thruples and polyamorous families like all through time. The problem is that the setup of this is like, it's very clunky. Like it definitely has that self-published feel. Do you know what I mean? Like things just like are clicking together too easily. Like there's not even a conflict yet. Like I'm over 50% into this. I read a lot of it last night. And like, it's literally just them seeing if they, like there's no conflict to the story. Like every step they take, like it's working for them so far. So I don't know, like for a story, like one of the things I love about a menage is the angst that comes with it. The like, we don't know if this can work, but like why can't we have both? And I think part of the thing that everybody is looking for a menage, like everybody wants it to work, is there's no tension with that so far. Like there's no tension of like, these two really love each other, is there room for me? And that's like the premise of it, is that the woman's mother, the woman who's in a menage relationship, is like, find a place where love already exists and ask for room. She's saying to do that instead of finding 2 individual guys and trying to convince them that they should be in it together. So that's really good advice from her mom, but as it plays out in the book, it's just like, so far it's too easy. I don't know. I'm 60% in, and we've had our first kind of like experimental like love time, and I of course really like that, but it's really sitting at a 3-star for me because I'm interested in it, but everything's too easy. So the angst that I want from a menage relationship, there's nothing there so far. And they're in like a closed community kind of where people accept them. So there isn't any angst from the outside world either. So I just don't know yet. But I'm glad I'm trying it. I have a couple other polyamorous historicals that I'm looking at based on that podcast. But I'm glad I'm trying it, but it's not quite jiving for me. So we will see. But anyway, I will probably have one more clip wrapping this all up. But yeah, I got to go do some work now. But tonight's the final live show. And I'm pretty excited, everyone. Pretty excited. This is a different angle. I just popped back on because I got something in the mail. And I don't know what either of them are. So these could be presents. So let's see what they are. Oh no, I ripped the note. Oh no. Let's see what the note says. Oh, it doesn't say who it's from. Oh, wait. There's one more. Here we go. Hi, Jen. I just want to show some appreciation for all your recommendations that have truly been a joy to read. I'm so glad I found your channel. From Neverland Pixie, it's Tiffany. Thank you. You're so sweet. And I accidentally saw what it was because of the OneNote, but I have been wanting this so bad because I have the first book, but not the second one. And I loved the third one in the series. So, it's so beautiful. It's The Earl of Mine, which is it book 1 or 2 in this series? I think it's the first one. And I've actually read the third book because it was The Princess and the Rogue. And I read an arc of that one, and it's like an Anastasia retelling, kind of, sort of. But I haven't read, this is the first one. So I found the second one at a Goodwill or something, which was crazy because it was just out, but I didn't have this one. So thank you for sending me this. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And I definitely want to read those two. So thank you so much. This one, I do not know if it's something I ordered or someone sent me, but we'll see. This time I'm going to try to find the notes Nope, I won't look at what it says. Let me find the note. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, this Home Alone inspired holiday novella was super cute and funny. I'm glad I've gotten to know you this year, Bethany. Oh, Bethany. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Oh, yay. I had this on my list too. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay. So a couple things about it. I'll show you. The Earl's Christmas Pearl. I was nervous for a second. Bethany, I'll tell you this if you watch this, because I don't really like Christmas novellas. So for a second I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to like fake being excited, right? And then I saw what it was and I was like super excited, because I have read the first 2 books in A Duke's Daughters, and I really love Megan Frampton. I just talked about this in another clip of mine. So I love that you sent me this so much, and you could tell my joy is not manufactured. Not that I would manufacture joy, but I was nervous when you said Christmas novella. But I should have known that you'd be amazing. So who's this one? Okay, and this one's about Lady Pearl, who I'm super excited. The only thing I'm sad about is I wish that Pearl got a full-size book, because in the first 2 books I've read, Pearl has been like my favorite, and I'm just sad that she doesn't have a full story, but I'm so excited. The Earl's Christmas Pearl. Oh, I'm so excited. I still need to read those other 2 first, but thank you. Oh my gosh, I totally wasn't expecting anything today. And I got Christmas cards from my family members, and then I saw these 2 and I was just like, oh, thanks. So thank you, friend, so much. I actually keep all of the notes, because I'm planning to make like a cool little thing with all the notes people send me. So thank you. You're so sweet. Hey everyone, I just wanted to wrap this all up real quick. I'm also going to be filming my weekly wrap up, so you'll probably see this position a couple of times. It's kind of a cloudy day today, which may be sad for outdoor things, but it's great for filming. Cloudy days, with just the light coming in from my window, muted light, perfect day for filming. Like, it's the best. So thank you so much if you did this readathon. If you just enjoyed watching and talking about it, I also really appreciated you. Last night we had the wrap-up live show, and it was so much fun. Definitely go check it back out. We spent a good 20 minutes of the video just shouting out Booktube channels with less than 1,000 subscribers. We actually helped one person I checked this morning. She made it over 1,000 subscribers last night just from our live show, which was really cool. So if you've had a tiny little spike in viewers, maybe go check out that and see why, and spread the love back around. My heart for this readathon was just to perpetuate the joy that I've gotten from romance novels, and most particularly from romance booktube. I got kind of emotional about it on the live show last night too, and I said that I don't feel like it's over dramatic to say that the community of friends I've made here this year has helped save my life in some small way. I'm not saying that by any means. I'm not making light of people who that's an actual factor for them. I just mean in like my mental game, in my mental day-to-day life, having this community and this friendship group to talk to and grow with and laugh with. Like, you guys are the most easily accessible group of friends that I have. Like, my friends are very hard to see and to speak with and to do things with, because we are, you know, kept apart by distance. Well, with Booktube, we're already kept apart by distance, just in the fact that we live in all these different places, and that doesn't stop from people sending me presents, like you saw in the last clip, which I don't always need presents, but you know, gifts are actually one of my love languages, and that's a weird one to say because it feels like you're asking for something. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you that that makes me feel loved. And gift giving, it isn't only with getting something physical. For me, my gift giving is like tightly laced with like praise. And so when someone tells you something nice in a comment, it just feels so good, and it validates what I'm doing here, and that this has been a good place to put my time, right? When I started this, I was so excited back then too. When I started Booktube, I was very excited to be making them, and you can tell like my enthusiasm has never waned for doing this. It has just went through different alliterations, you know, in different forms over the time. Like, I've changed what my interests are, and things have happened, right? And to be validated for that, I feel like there isn't a booktuber out there, a YouTuber out there who won't say that it means the world to them. And in such a small community where there definitely is a roof to romance booktube, like I have put myself on a track where there will be quote unquote limited success in the eyes of other people. You know, like when I'm so excited to be at 5K, I don't measure my success based on what the number is, even though everyone else might, even though we might have a celebration for hitting that. It doesn't change how excited that I have been and will be about booktube, no matter what the number by my name is, because the friends that I've made and the people who I know now love me and pray for me because they met me online. It just can't be measured. Like, that cannot be measured in any quantifiable way. So I know this turned into a gush fest, but that's what this is. We will definitely be back in 2021 with more awesome readathons. If you've never done a readathon before, let's say you've just watched along because you don't understand what they are or, you know what's happening in one. I just want you to know that it's mostly just about hanging out and interacting. You could read one book the whole time and be a success. You know, it isn't about filling out the bingo board, even though this time around we tried to make the bingo board as easy as possible so that it could be whatever you wanted it to be. It's still just about meeting people and hanging out. And if you want it to be a social media, you know, meeting new people through it, it's what you make of it, you know? So yeah, if you haven't yet, know that there is the romance Discord link is always in my description. So is my own personal romance Discord link. So if you love the interaction you've been seeing, if you've been loving the live shows and you haven't yet joined the romance Discord, please do it. There's space for creators and for readers. You don't have to be creating anything at all. My friend who was just here visiting, she is really looking for a community, and I'm trying to convince her to get into RomanceTube. I sent her home with some books to read, so that's great. She already is a reader, but she's just been going through a lot and like hasn't been able to focus on it the way that she wants to. And I told her, I was like, you can absolutely join this community without being a creator, without even having a lot to say. If you just want to observe for a while, you can completely do that. And the community you'll find is going to be so rewarding. So anyway, thank you so much for being a part of this, for watching my videos. And it really does make my day, and it makes every day worth it when I get up and see your interactions, and it just really keeps me going. I mean, I never expect YouTube to support me, but what it does do, like, I never expected to support me financially, but what I never expected, like, was that it would support me emotionally. Like, I was always warned how it could be a drain to you, and it definitely can if it's misused, or if you are letting it become more than it's meant to be. Like, if you are letting it control parts of you, I could see how that could happen. But for me, it has only been a positive influence, and I hope that it can be that for you too. Pick your friends carefully. Pick your books based on what you want to read. Don't anyone let you force you into anything, and have some romance in your life. It's a great, great thing to do. So thank you so much for watching. I put up new videos multiple times a week. If you love this content, please think about subscribing to it. I put up, like I said, all the time. I'm specifically focused on romance, historical romance, dark romance, all the romancy things. And have a wonderful day. Bye.